I mean, just imagine, you guys, you've spent all you've had, the rent is overdue, there are disconnection notices from the power company, from the water company, and right now she's willing to compromise at this point just once more. Alright class, settle down and let me tell you a story. My handler and even some of you guys have told me that as a VTuber, I should immerse myself more into the VTubing community. Since I'm already here, might as well do just that. So for tonight, we're going to be checking out the story of one of the most beloved figures in the VTubing world, hoshimachisuisei. But before we do, please like, share, subscribe, do the whole notification button thing. And here we go. Alright. Why don't we check out the story of hoshimachisuisei?
One of Suisei's favorite catchphrases, "It's your shooting star, your diamond in the rough, idol VTuber, hoshimachi," I want you to focus on the diamond in the rough part because truly I tell you, it was through years of internal and gruesome pressure that the talent Suisei was able to create some diamonds. Let's take it back to her pre-debut year, her first livestream on March 2018. In her humble beginnings, Suisei set out to become a successful VTuber. She wanted to become a VTuber so badly, but was strapped on cash, that she ended up drawing her own V2 model and even rigging it. She shared in later interviews that she watched countless YouTube tutorial videos on how to become a VTuber.
That is amazing.
And from this, she learned live 2D on her own. So this unknown VTuber gave it her all for 1 year straight, uploading every week, coming up with video ideas, and editing everything by herself. But things were going nowhere, and she was barely able to cross 6,000 subs even after giving it her all. She even worked.
So during the beginning, her efforts definitely wasn't translating into success.
Multiple odd jobs to stay financially afloat.
他のね企業の VTuber さんの動画を作らせてもろて、それでちょっとお小遣い稼ぎをしたりだとか、居酒屋でバイトしてお小遣い稼ぎをしたりだとか、まあいろいろありましたね。
I guess her struggle made her victories more sweeter. And it seems like she already has her foot on into the door since she's already making MVs for other VTubers or for other studios. And no doubt she definitely has the passion for this.
After 1 year of this, Suisei realized that she was nearing burnout, so she wanted to get into a good VTuber agency. She was tired of making everything by herself and needed help.
自分でメイクもやって動画も自分でやって曲も自分で立ててみたいなそういう時代が
I mean, one person could only do so much at a given time. And every now and then that self-doubt knocks on your door. And you can't help but feel sorry for yourself. That for some reason, all of your efforts simply isn't translating into success.
ありましたですけど、まあね、1年くらいやって結構なんていうのいい数字が出なかったというか
So this ambitious indie VTuber started to apply to all the major VTuber agencies in Japan. However, she got rejected by every single one of them.
星町水星のまま
As hoshimachisuisei
のはちょっと難しいかなっていう感じだったんだよね。なんか一新して別の芸名でじゃないととか、まあそういう話。
So she didn't honestly want to let go of hoshimachisuisei. She had to restart as someone else if they were going to let her in. So that seems to be the issues with all the other agencies.
ばっかでどうしようかな。
Call it stubbornness or foolishness, Suisei really believed she could make it in this industry as Hoshimachi-suisei. A complete rebrand will be moving away.
She didn't want to let Hoshimachi go. I remember this story about Stan Lee making Spider-Man when he made the manuscript, when he made the initial draft for it. He presented it to his publisher, he presented it to his editors, whoever they are. and they honestly didn't want to publish it. But for some reason, he fought tooth and nail to have Spider-Man published because according to his story, his publisher said, no one's going to read or want a story about a teenager who's trying to deal with high school problems and stuff like that. Stanley decided to fight tooth and nail to have Spider-Man published, and it was a hit. People loved it, and the publisher completely backtracked. That they even made this joke that, hey Stan, remember our favorite comic book character, Spider-Man? We should do more of him. So I'm guessing we all should be glad that she stuck to her guns as hoshimachisuisei.
Away from this identity. Mustering all her courage, she reached out to a company called Hololive, who already rejected her once.
頼むよ
And for the second chance,
もう一回ちょっと話し合いしてみませんかつって
could we have it talk again? Oh, it seems like at this point she's feeling the pressure.
もう一回だけ
I'm willing. See, oh, right. So he's definitely feeling the pressure at this point. I'm willing to compromise as much as I can if there are any concerns. So she was willing to bend at this point. I mean, just imagine, you guys. You've spent all you've had. The rent is overdue. There are disconnection notices from the power company, from the water company. And right now, she's willing to compromise at this point, just once more.
なんか条件面とかで
Definitely a hard life out there.
私全然なんか妥協とか全然するんでもう一回ちょっとお話ししませんかねみたいな
So it happened around at the very same time she reached out. The company that owned Hololive, Cover Corp, was creating a music label called Inonaka Music. They said, you can join our label, but you must join our music branch. Without any hesitation whatsoever, Suisei is like, yes, I will join. And
Oh my God, she
recalls
finally
being
got her
very,
break.
very happy on that day. Fast forward to her first live show, part of Inonaka Music. The newly signed VTuber shared she was extremely nervous during her first performance. She wasn't even part of the promos because of her last minute addition, and people who were at this performance was there only for her gen mate Azuki. But one thing that made her emotional and kept her pushing forward was whenever she would appear and started to sing, people started to change their pen lights from Azuki red to Suisei blue. It was a defining moment for her. Straight up around the same time, she was very close to quitting after dropping the song Thank You. But after this experience, she knew she wanted to become a popular VTuber. Now this was where things kind of took a sad turn for her.
And that's why you hold on to your dreams for as long as you can, you guys. Just 1 second more, just 1 minute more.
During her 5 months as part of Inonaka Music, Suisei was legit casted aside. Number 1, there was no music support for her for 5 months. Not even voice or dancing lessons. Number 2, her new 2D model was delayed for half a year. Number 3, she was completely ignored by the top.
You know what? I don't see number 1, 2, 3, all these things as adversity because she's already gone through with it. She's already signed with the label. I mean, compared to getting your power, your water, and electricity shut off, this is nothing for her. All her past adversities made her stronger.
Management of Inonaka Music. And number 4, due to company policies, other VTubers couldn't even ask her for a collab. And most importantly of all of her music projects were getting delayed, and she eventually had to pay for things out of her own pocket to get things moving. It was honestly a horrible situation.
いや本当にもうずっと期待させてたからもうできないのが本当申し訳ない。はあ、これからもね頑張っていくんで応援しててください。
But without no complaints whatsoever, Suisei pushed onward and just kept streaming and streaming. And from this,
I mean, she's already stronger now at this point. Her dreams are just literally around the corner.
hard work, her maximum viewers started to climb little by little. from March 2019 at 110 viewers to 2,200 in December 2019. But despite these efforts, Inonaka wouldn't pour any resources into her. There are many fan speculations of why this was, but the most reasonable one was that the genesis of this music label was originally set up to support Azuki Oni, so they couldn't spare.
So they're building a team around a singular person. That's kind of normal.
Any additional support for Suisei. Again, Suisei was losing all hope until A-chan, a prominent Hololive staff member, stepped in to save her.
ちょっと結構モチベがきついもう結構モチベがきついなみたいな話をして、なんかやめ
She can't give up now.
思うんだけどどう思うみたいな。
She's already in.
でまあ
She couldn't have given up.
いろいろと計らってくれて。
A-chan is honestly the real MVP because it was this very swift action by her that.
And sometimes the universe simply just gives out a hand to help people out.
Eventually saved Suisei's VTuber career. So in December 2019, Hoshimachi transfers from Inonaka Music to Hololive. With a newfound drive, she started to hone on how to stand out as a VTuber talent and be unique. What are some things that only Hoshimachi can do? You started to see this internalization influence how she moves. She went out of her way to collab with other Hololive members, and one thing she played into was this psychopathic personality. This birthed the name Psychopath Suisei or Suisopath. This also led her to randomly picking up Mario Kart and grinding her way to be the best out of it out of all the Hololive talents. And most famously, her skills in Tetris was pretty god tier. It seems from getting rejected for so long for being a jack of all trades, this very personality is what led her to cement her place within Hololive. But at the end of the day, it was Suisei's phenomenal singing skills that really separated her from the rest. Things for her really turned for the better in March 2020. She was finally able to debut her 3D outfit, she showcased her third original song, she announced her new radio show, and in all of that, celebrated her 2-year anniversary. In December 2019, she would be getting maximum 2.2k viewers, but during this 3D concert in March 2020, 56,000 people tuned in. End of November 2019, she was at 50k subs, and 4 days after her 3D debut, she hit 150k subs. What if she quit back in November 2019, 4 months before? This all would have never became a reality. Hololive's popularity then skyrockets with the formation of its EN branch in September 2020. Just in October 2020, gawrgura surpasses 1 million subs, the first Hololive member to do so, and the third VTuber in totality to do so after Kitsuna Ai and Kaguya Luna. Suisei takes the Hololive momentum and runs with it. By June 2021, Suisei passes 1 million subs, nearly 2 years after joining Inonaka Music at 6,000 subs. In a very wholesome moment, her father calls her right before she crosses this huge milestone.
で、俺はな、1から0から始めるやつのことしか尊敬しないんだ。だから、お前はまあいろんなちょっと切り抜きとか配信とかを見て知ったけど、お前はまあ一人でゼロから始めたらしいなって。だから俺はすごいと思う。
Nothing is as rewarding as having your conservative Asian father telling you from his heart that he's proud of you. But I'm sure in that very moment, Suisei felt a deep level of peace and accomplishment. Several months after, taking all these emotions, she publishes Still Stellar, a hood classic that was a Japan Billboard 100 instant hit.
そうさ僕は夜をだよセラステラありったけの輝きで今宵音楽はずっとやまないそうだ僕が ずっと泣いたかったのは待ってるシンデレラじゃないさ迎えに行こうおじさまだだって僕は星だから
Of course, after the Suisei shooting star was in full bloom from March 2020 to now, there were still many bumps in the road, multiple hiatuses. She had a major surgery in 2022. However, like her resistance in the beginning of her VTuber career, she's always able to push through and innovate. From her editing her own music videos, to project managing the best of the best Japanese producers and songwriters to help her create her latest music projects. From her
What? Everything she went through definitely made her stronger.
first music performance debut in 2019 to her selling out whole arenas by herself. From her getting rejected by all the major VTuber agencies in Japan to being an absolute VTuber pioneer by being the first one to perform on First Take. From virtual ghost to virtual superstar. This is the Hoshimachi Suisei story.
And that's why you don't give up, you guys. You just hold on there for just a little bit more. Thank you for watching, guys. Now, if you want me to check out other stories here on YouTube, please let me know in the comments. We upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. Please like, share, subscribe, do the whole notification button thing to help me out with the algo. And don't forget to check out our Twitch channel where you can catch me do this live. Now, class dismissed.